If you're someone that is interested in either the red team performing assessments on a network or the blue team with either detection engineering or threat hunting, then Caldera is the perfect tool for you. In today's video, I'll demo for you what Caldera is and why it is an amazing tool for you to learn. Let's get started. On their site, Caldera helps cybersecurity professionals reduce the amount of time and resources needed for routine cybersecurity testing. Caldera can perform adversary emulation, which is great for detection engineering and threat hunting. Caldera also enables your team to perform automated testing of your cyber defense to include network and host defenses. This essentially allows you to identify any gaps that you might have. If we scroll down just a little bit here, we also see manual red team engagements and red versus blue research. Again, overall, helping you identify where there might be gaps in your environment, which should then feed into reducing the overall risk in the organization. Once, of course, you fix those gaps. Now, you can expand Caldera's capabilities by utilizing plugins that are available. So now that we know what Caldera is capable of doing in a very brief introduction, let's jump straight into a demo. Currently, I am on my Ubuntu server 22.04 with 4 gigs of RAM and 50 gigs of disk space. So if you want to follow along, go ahead and spin that up with those specs. To begin, we will perform an update and an upgrade. So I'll type in sudo apt-get update and sudo apt-get upgrade with -y. Alright, after a couple minutes, your server should be updated and upgraded with the latest repositories. Next, we'll install Python 3 pip and pyOpenSSL. Now, I will leave all of the commands down in the description for you to copy and paste. So I'll put that there and hit enter. Once that is done installing, we can then use the command provided by Caldera, which again, I will leave in the description. So after a couple minutes, you will see a screen like this. It kind of doesn't tell you that the install had been completed. Because of the command that we pasted in, we included python 3 server.py, meaning that it will start up the server automatically. What you want to do is scroll up just a little bit until you see the logon credentials. So you might notice that there is a red and a blue. What you want to do is copy that out and paste it somewhere that you can access, because we'll be utilizing these credentials to log in to Caldera. Now we can start up Caldera by accessing the IP with the port 8888. In my example, the IP of Caldera is 192.168.100.246. So I'll use that IP with the port 8888. Do keep in mind that your IP will likely be different, so just make sure that you use the IP that is assigned to your Caldera server. Let's head back over to our Windows machine. This is going to be acting as our target machine, so I will access Caldera from here. I'll type in 192.168.100, and again, my Caldera IP is .246 on port 8888. Now we are presented with the logon screen. For now, I will log in using the red username. So again, remember to save those credentials because we are going to be using it to log into this portal. I'll type in red as the username, and then I'll copy in my password and paste it over here. Nice, so now that we're in, we can just go ahead and click on Get Started. On the left-hand side, there are multiple options that you can select. Under Campaign, this is where we can create an agent which can act as your C2, your command and control server. So for example, I'll select Agents, and then I'll select Deploy an Agent. And then we can select the dropdown to choose an agent, and now you're presented with 3 options here. I will go and select Sandcat as that is Caldera's default C2 agent. Once I click on that, I'll select the platform that I'm targeting. In my case, I am targeting a Windows machine, so I will select Windows. And now we are presented with some configuration options. So in the beginning, the very first one, the app.contact.http. This is the address that is going to be calling back to. So make sure that you set this to your Caldera server. In my case, again, I'm going to remove 0.0.0.0 and add in my Caldera IP address. And then the implant name, this will be the name of the process. I could go ahead and name this as service host to be a little sneaky. and I'll leave the extensions alone. Scrolling down, we see a PowerShell script that we can go ahead and copy. In a real life red team engagement, you would probably make this a little more sneaky to entice the user to actually run the script. But because this is a demo environment, I will go ahead and just run the script on the target machine itself. So let's go ahead and copy this out. And since I'm already on my target machine, I'm going to open up administrative PowerShell. So I'll type in PowerShell and run as administrator. Now I'll just paste in the command that I just copied and hit enter. Now because Windows Defender is on, it is going to detect this as malware. So let's go ahead and disable Windows Defender first. So I'll type in Defender, go under to Windows Security, and then I'll hit Virus and Threat Protection, Manage Settings, and I'll disable Real-Time Protection for the time being. And then we can rerun the script again, and now it should be good to go. We can go ahead and hit Allow Access, and perfect. Do make sure that your Caldera and your target machine can talk to one another. If they can't, then it just won't work. Let's head back over to Caldera, and then we can see a successful callback. As we can tell by the status, it says alive and trusted. Last seen 35 seconds. Perfect. With this, we can now execute adversary emulation exercises on the target machine. But before we do that, I want to talk about abilities on the left-hand side. So we click on abilities. This is where you can either create your own ability or select pre-built ones to run on your target machine. You have the ability to filter through different tactics and techniques. So for example, under tactic, I can click on all. And here, if you recall the MITRE ATT&CK framework, this is what it's going to be using. For this example, let's filter out for the tactic discovery, and then we can use the technique. Let's do system owner / user discovery. And on the right, we can see current user. So let's click on that. And here we see a bunch of configuration options. We can edit how we want this ability to run, which is pretty awesome. I'm going to close this out and let's talk about adversaries. This is where you can select pre-built adversaries, or you can create your own to test out the TTPs, the tactics, techniques, and procedures by adding the set abilities based on the ability tab. Let's select a pre-built adversary called check. And here we can see all of the abilities that this adversary will use. You can already see how powerful this tool can be for detection engineering and threat hunting. For example, let's just say that you just read a CTI report that included a lot of TTPs in it. You can go ahead and spin up Caldera and then start adding those abilities to a new adversary that you've created. And then you can run that on your target machine, see how that looks like, see what kind of telemetry it generates, and then create detection mechanisms to detect it. Now, the last option under campaigns is operations. So let's go ahead and click on that. With operations, this is where we can interact with our target machine. Right off the bat, you probably won't have any operations. So let's go ahead and create an operation. With the name, you can name it literally anything you want. In my case, I'll just name this as test. And here you can select the adversary. I'm just going to select no adversary for the time being and click on start. On the right, you have two options that you can use, either the manual command or potential link. Now let's go ahead and select manual command and run something like ipconfig just to make sure everything works. I'll type in ipconfig and then I'll select add command. This will run automatically, but if you want to run it manually, you can go ahead and select run one link. So I'll click on that. And after a couple seconds, you should see this as success unless you've typoed the command. And on the right, you can view the output of your command. Because I typed in ipconfig, I should expect my IP configuration, which I see here. Next, we can try out a potential link. These are a group of commands that can be ran on a target machine. Let's go and find one for discovery. So I'll filter for that tactic for discovery. And then I notice that there is an account discovery all. This command will enumerate domain user accounts. So this is perfect for me for now. I'll click on that. And it tells you what command it will run. It will utilize the net user / domain. Now, because my target machine isn't on a domain, I will go ahead and just remove the / domain, and then I will add the potential link. Again, this will run automatically, and after a couple seconds, you should see success and the view output at the right-hand side. I'll click on view output, and then I can see a couple accounts here. Administrator, the default account, guest, Sally, and then the utility account. There are a bunch of options here that you can play around with, and I do encourage you to do so if you really want to learn how to use Caldera. But let's go ahead and head over to the blue team side of things and take a look at that. So I'll go ahead and log out, and then I'll sign in using the blue username. The username will be blue, and then I will copy and paste my trusty password. And here you will see similar options as the red account. Now, instead of running attacks, the blue side is focused on detecting and responding to said attacks. Similar to how Velociraptor is like, in my opinion, if you've ever used Velociraptor before. This was a very high-level overview of what Caldera can do. It is extremely powerful once you learn how to use it, as it can save you a lot of time, whether you're on the red team or blue team side of things. If you're looking to gain some solid hands-on experience, Caldera can help you with that. You can generate the telemetry that are common in most attacks, and then send those logs over to a SIM to begin hunting for them and creating detections. That is it for the video, and I hope you found it informative. If you did, let me know by hitting that like button and subscribe if you want to. Remember to stay curious and do things differently.